Hey guys, welcome to Rotor Riot. I'm BubbyFPV.
And I'm Les Fly RC, and we are in New York City. It's awesome, I'm having a great time. What better place to try out something new than a bando in New York City, and I've got something cool today. This is the baby tricopter.
I'm a big fan of the original BabyShark you made. Like, I absolutely love that thing. So when I saw this, I was like freaking out.
I love making these little things, they're so cool. We first started out with this design. I was trying to copy a lot of stuff from the original BabyShark, and I was trying to make it easy to try just take this pod and stick it on something else, you know?
Gotcha.
So I just kind of made this on my laser cutter out of ABS plastic. I came up with this. And really cool because it uses parts, the same exact parts that the BabyShark uses, with the exception of the flight controller and the frame. So we got special flight controllers for this. It's a Beta FPV toothpick flight controller with the built-in ESC, but pretty much everything else with the SharkBite system, the SharkBite camera, the motors, the props, it's all the same as the BabyShark.
Wait, so speaking of the motors, tricopter. 3. I see 4 motors on here.
All right, so this is technically a Y4 configuration.
Y4.
A Y4 configuration with 4 different motors and a Y shape. The back motors are a unique configuration because with a tricopter, you can't yaw without some sort of method to yaw. And the original tricopter uses 3 motors with a servo that tilts back and forth. And that allows us to have the yaw axis as well as the pitch and the roll axis. So what happens with a Y4 is that these motors spin opposite of each other, and one will spool up and one will spool down whenever you need to yaw to allow it to yaw. And that gives you the ability to yaw without having that servo, which always breaks in a crash.
This thing looks so sick. Dude, when I first saw this, like, in your bag, I was like, oh my gosh, what is that?
Oh, I know,
So
I was trying to keep it a secret, but you saw it.
I want to fly it. Can I fly it?
Let's go fly it, man.
Okay, cool.
Whoa. So in the beginning, David Venestol was like one of the ambassadors, I guess, for tricopters, and he really loved the tricopter because of its swooshy feel, he called it. I guess the way that it yawed was just a little bit different than a quadcopter, and I'm curious to see if you're noticing any of that when you're flying. Does it feel any different than a quad, or wow, you just dove that? No problem.
It feels powerful, like going around these and flashing them, like doesn't feel like a small drone. Like, it feels small, but it feels like powerful. I don't know. Is that a characteristic of a tricopter? But like, why would it? Or is that just?
I would think a tricopter would be less powerful than a quadcopter, especially since one of the motors is. Oh my gosh, you're so good. That's awesome. Well, it's good to hear that it's really powerful.
Yeah, like that's pretty good speed.
All right, your battery's dead.
Oh, it is. Okay. I love that experience. Dude, I want a BabyShark and I want this tricopter.
They're cool. They're a lot of fun.
They're cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna fly this one now because I want to get like a feel back to back.
Nice. Yeah, let's do that.
I was like, oh my god, I wanted to say it out loud, but I didn't want to interrupt your thought. I panned up to it. It was a little out of focus, but a bird was just on your 6. Like, I think he wanted to eat it.
Oh my god, dude. There's a bird chasing you. There's a bird chasing you.
I almost said something, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna get it on camera. And he like, that's bigger than I want to eat. And he just dipped out.
This one's gonna be a lot easier to take off because you don't have to worry about that battery on the bottom keeping it unbalanced. You can pretty much take off from anywhere with this one. So I kind of designed this one with both motors facing upward so that there'd be no prop touching the ground. I don't know if it changes the characteristics of flight at all. They kind of both feel the same to me. Let's see what Bubby thinks.
Let's see what I'm about to fly them both back to back.
Yeah, this one needs to be tuned also.
This one definitely flies worse than the other one.
You think it flies worse?
Yes. I don't know why. This one doesn't feel as the rates I think are different. This one,
the rates are different.
This one does not feel as responsive. That's what it is.
Okay, yeah, I've got the rates on low on the. I've got low rates on this one. The other one had higher rates probably.
Okay, and I guess so. Like I fly low rates, which is weird that I thought this one flew a little bit worse. But I don't know which one flies better. Now thinking about it, this one.
Does it feel like a quadcopter or does it feel different?
Dude, it feels like a quadcopter. Like I can't tell it. Like if you were to give me this and BabyShark blind,
it feels the same.
I don't think I could tell a difference.
Interesting. Whoa!
Hey, I made it to the little gap. This thing rips though. Yeah, I'm having fun with these micros. Like, this is something I want to bring to the fly field, rip it around, show people because it looks sick, and then it also rips pretty. Oh, can I knife edge one of these?
Oh boy, here we go. He's gonna break it right off the bat. Nope.
Wait, so does turtle mode work with these tricopters? Or is that something that doesn't
I think
work?
so. Let's try it.
Oh, it does. It does.
Turtle mode works.
All right, let's see if I can fly it back. Yeah. Hey!
Hey, it's still alive.
So now you're flying it.
Battery's dead.
Oh yeah, 9 volts.
So dead. Oh, I couldn't even make
You
it
lost
back.
video.
I almost made it back.
Almost made it back.
Almost made it back. That's pretty cool. The turtle mode works. I know that I enabled it in beta flight, but I didn't even think to check to see if it worked.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that V1 flew better than V2 also.
Okay.
I think it's because of the fact that the carbon fiber is blocking some of the thrust on this one.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit less aerodynamic, but it's a heck of a lot more durable, but it still flies really good.
And could that power be fixed with like different props for a big, different battery?
Yeah, this is just the first set of props I stuck on there. We got some 4 blades and some other, all kinds of different props we put on here.
They both fly good, but
Yeah.
the other one definitely flies better. So we have made it back to Florida.
Yeah, you probably noticed because I'm not wearing my New York getup.
Your stuff.
Yeah, all my stuff. Put a little bit of time in, and version 3, Baby Tricopter Y4.
So what have you changed on this one versus the other versions?
So I listened to your thoughts. You know, we talked about why this one probably flew a little bit better than this one. So what I did to make some changes was I actually shrank the arm thickness on this version. I got rid of the bottom arm and went back to the 3D printed mount on the rear like I did on the first one. And I think that's just gonna give us a little bit more thrust because the fat arms, I think, were taking away a lot of the thrust. These are only 2-inch props, and I had a ton of mass here around that, which was taking up a lot of that thrust. I think that was why it was flying so badly. Not only that, but this is a lot lighter than this one because there's less carbon.
Have you flown this one before?
I have hovered it so
You've
far.
hovered it. So
I wanted to give you the test, see what you think of it, and see what you think compared to these other two again, and see if I made an improvement that was worthy. This one's not made of carbon yet, but you know, if you like it, then maybe we'll go ahead and put it in carbon.
So what is this made out of?
This is G10, but if you like it, we can cut it out of carbon and maybe put it in the store. And I'm actually using a different flight control board on this one. It's the CL Racing Toothpick flight controller, but you could use the same flight controller I used on these, which was the BetaFPV Toothpick flight controller. Both of them work just fine on it. It just happens that I had a CL Racing version here. I want to see what you think of this new version. Try it out. Let's get up in the air. So I haven't tuned this at all.
Really?
No, this is,
I am very impressed with that. It's
this
very
is
smooth.
stock tuned.
Wow.
Yeah, it definitely has less P oscillation than the first one, doesn't it?
It flies smooth.
Awesome.
I don't know if
Like
I don't.
it.
Oh shoot!
there's
I
a
don't know
shade.
if that's like maybe the frame design or if that's the tune.
Well, I think the first one might have had a ton of P oscillation because it was actually made with a plastic frame. And this
Gotcha.
one's actually stiff, you know?
Yep. Okay, there's some.
There was a little bit of P there, but like I said, it's completely untuned, so.
Honestly, like it's kind of similar to the other one where it just feels like a BabyShark.
Yeah, so I mean, in a good way, right?
In a good way. I love the BabyShark. It's like my favorite drone right now.
That's awesome.
What?
Ooh, yeah, there's moss. It'll take you.
Oh, come on.
Gotta get the stick. It's okay, because I got a new drone retrieval tool.
You do?
I bought it on eBay, yep.
On
It
eBay.
is a 35-foot telescoping pole.
Yeah, Shawn. Oh,
Don't break. Oh, so close.
well, it feels pretty similar to the one I liked before. So version
So
1.
it feels like the first one, but
Yeah.
it's durable
And
and
looks
looks
a little bit
cool
better.
at the same
Yeah.
time. Awesome.
Version
I'm
3.
glad that version 3 is everything that I wanted version 1 and 2 to be.
Yep. So I've kind of given all my input on it. We need to get like the opinion of like a pro pilot, like a veteran who's been flying for thousands of years,
Yeah,
to,
somebody that's like really picky, maybe has a lot of input
and really opinionated on their stuff.
we're gonna find somebody like that.
I don't know.
Oh, hey, Shawn.
Hi, Alex. Where'd you come from?
It doesn't matter. I heard you have a new drone, though.
Okay.
Well, this thing flies pretty good. I honestly wouldn't think of it as a like a tricopter. The yaw is really good, but it's pretty consistent with like what a quad would feel like.
Yeah, when I flew it, it kind of just felt like a regular old quadcopter.
Yeah, I mean, it flies really, really smooth, actually.
Did you fly the BabyShark?
No, I did fly the BabyShark a little bit, and I didn't like how the BabyShark had the ducks. It seemed like it took away the flight performance, but this thing flies really well.
So you'd say this flies better?
Absolutely.
There it is!
Yeah. Whoa! And under the bench too.
Okay, now you gotta power lift the table, but like stay under the awning.
Okay.
And then
Yeah,
you gotta
gotta-
Matty
So
flip
we
it.
just durable
Might as well just
test.
break it now.
Yeah!
Oh, I got it. Come on, I got it. Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it. No, it actually flies pretty good. I'm quite surprised. I was kind of expecting it to feel weird on like the yaw. And it feels a little bit different, but not much. And it could definitely be tuned a little bit, but I would say it flies pretty good.
Do you think it has any of that old swoopy feel they used to talk about with the regular tricopters, or?
I mean, I didn't really fly a tricopter FPV that flew well, so it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, I
but it
don't
does
really think
feel
it
like a
either.
tricopter a little bit. Like I could guess knowing it's a tricopter.
Okay.
Wait, so you've flown tricopters before,
Yeah.
like real
Yeah.
tricopters?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I built but all line of sight.
Yeah, I flew all mine line of sight too, so I never really got the opportunity to fly at FPV. By the time I was good enough to fly FPV, we had better stuff at that point. Nice.
That was clean.
That was really clean. Not
I can't even do that. I thought it'd have more drift. And I was like a small quad.
There's a tree there.
We got the power loop. I actually really enjoy flying it. I really
It's
do.
fun,
it's
isn't
fun.
it? It's cool.
small, it's different, flies a little bit different than a normal quad. I think that's what makes it really fun.
Yeah, I mean, people can't always fly outside in a big open field or a bando.
Right.
You sometimes have to fly indoors or in a small place like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't have as much fun with my 5-inch drone in this space because I can't really full throttle it, you know? But
Right.
with the little one,
You can do it, yeah, and just
Yeah.
have fun, not worry about hitting stuff or breaking
it's
anything,
awesome.
really. It's pretty awesome.
All right, so we tested version 1 and version 2 in New York.
yeah, we went all the way across the East Coast to
Just
New York
to test
City
them.
just to test these things out. Found out they sucked, and we made it better. We're here with version 3 in Florida.
But to be honest, I wasn't expecting it to fly that well. I don't know. Honestly, Shawn, some of the stuff you've had us fly hasn't been the best. But I flew this thing and I was quite surprised for having not been tuned or anything like that. I didn't expect it to fly that well. I mean, truthfully, if I hadn't seen what it was, I would just expected it was a normal quad.
Yeah, when I first flew the first time, I thought it was a regular quadcopter. It just felt like a regular quadcopter. It didn't feel any different. If there was something unique about it that you noticed that was really cool, I mean, it's sometimes just fun to fly something different, you know, something new. If you guys want to see this in store, let us know. We'll get these cut out of carbon fiber. You can buy the frame. If you have a BabyShark already, you can pull the parts off of that and slap it on here, or just buy the parts for a BabyShark and have yourself a Baby Y4.
Guys, be sure to subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed it. We really appreciate you guys watching these videos. Thank you so much again for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Woo!